Hello, I'm Cynthanie Sumpter, Associate Professor of Fashion Design in the Art and Fashion Department here at Clark Atlanta University. My topic is understanding the importance of research in non-STEM disciplines. And this is a topic I am doing for the CURC, which will be held March 23rd through 27th of 2025. Let's get started. I wanted to talk about this research, and I have the definition here, and I will read it. It says research is the systematic investigation into and study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and reach new or to draw conclusions. And I wanted to talk about this in relation to fashion design because so often it is considered that fashion is not, a STEM. Of course, it's not a STEM discipline. It is more or less in the STEAM category, but it is something that is well researched. When we study topics, when we have things, we have to research. And this is one reason I wanted to bring this particular source to you today to say that we do research in fashion. And what is STEAM? I have a few of the categories here. STEAM is science, it's technology, and it's engineering. Well, you might say, well, how is fashion a part of STEAM? So I am of a non-STEAM, I should say. Uh, Fashion is in the categories of non-STEAM. As I said before, sometimes it's considered STEM, and it includes these disciplines that I have here: humanities, music, drama, visual arts, dance, new media, language arts. And I'm going to deal with it from the aspect of it being design. And one thing I will say about the non-discipline themes is that we have many attributes, many components. But one thing that I will say about this non-STEM discipline is that it incorporates a lot of soft skills, skills that are like people skills and social skills. We are a discipline that's very creative. There's design, there's creation. We utilize things as writing, we utilize history. There's a lot of collaboration going on, understanding of concepts. We visualize, we do fine arts imagery, we have versatility, and we are forever growing because of just the nature of this particular discipline you know, theme. We do explorations. We are just kind of all over the board, but we are so comprehensive. We definitely use the research model. And these attributes that I listed are some that were taken from the National Bureau of Economic Research. And the reason I brought these up was because they consider the non-STEAM disciplines, as the ones you see here, as being really people oriented. That's why they say we are about growth, we are about imagery. They have found that in hiring different employees, that they seek out those in non-STEM because of these attributes here, because of our people kind of component. We do engage in these soft skills. Um, to continue, I wanted to talk about the input of AI also in research. And in the non-STEM skills, AI cannot replicate. It cannot replicate what we do. Uh, we are kind of out the box. We think out the box. There's collaboration, there's cooperation, there's creativity, and there's a thing of adaptability. We change. And when you consider the aspects of AI, we can't be replaced because of these that are mentioned here. And let's get into talking about research. The road to research is really inspiration. And how do we inspire? How are we inspired as as a non-STEM discipline? Basically, we are going to follow through with the same strategies that those in STEAM, I should say in STEM, will do. We have primary research and we have secondary research. We investigate. And one of the things as a designer, as a fashion designer, that I do as part of the primary investigation in our research process is I will go out to fabric stores. I will go to vintage shops. I will sometimes do museums. I have done a CAU's museum, even with some of my classes to inspire them to research, to inspire them to create, to inspire them to come up with a particular style or a garment. We will look at paintings, we will look at sculpture. This is all part of the primary aspect of research. The things we do, we investigate themes. We also go through archives. The Woodward Library has a wonderful archives section, and I've taken classes there. We've looked at 60s dress, 1960s, and done several projects, surrounding dress because we went to the library and we delved through photographs, pictures, etc. The periodicals. What are we looking for when we do this primary research? We are going into details. We are looking for things like with fashion and any of the arts, color. We are looking for images. These are some of the things that are primary, aspects of research. The secondary, what would you say that is? That's when we go out and we are working with other designers. We are then looking at some of the sources of materials. We are looking at trend predictions. We are looking at color predictions. We are going through sales records. We want to see what particular style sold the most. And we can look through those, sales records from different boutiques and shops, um, and determine, well, what new product, or how will we be innovative, or how will we do something different. So we are researching these various areas. We will even look at SWOT analysis. We will deal with fabric technology. All of this is so important when you think about design, fashion design, merchandising. All of those things, they tie into this secondary research. And a key thing I want to mention, and I have a little note here, it says phase where great designers are created. And that's in any of our areas of the non-STEM, research, the disciplines. We brainstorm. There is experimentation, and also there's a bringing of ideas to life. What do you say? What is this life? We create, we produce, we have a product. So as we carry on these various aspects of research, we bring forth a line of clothing, we bring forth a collection, we might bring forth, it depends on which area discipline you in non-STEAM. It might be a painting, it might be sculpture, it might be a new music rendition. We are creative and we produce. We are innovative. At the end of the day, we are innovative. And next, I want to kind of cover in a nutshell this thing of going from concept to consumer. Initially, there's that idea. It could be from a thing, it could be from something from long ago that you want to explore a little bit deeper, but you have that initial idea. And then the research allows us to build upon those facts, that knowledge. And what are we doing? We are going from the initial idea to the final design or the final concept, something that the consumer, the client, the whoever will benefit from our product uh, will be able to have. There are all kinds of things that we do as we go from idea, the initial idea, to the final design, the final product, the final creation. There are things that we must do, which are all a part of research. We must develop a customer profile. We must look at the lifestyle, maybe, of that customer. Is that customer married? Is that customer unmarried? Does that customer have children? Does that customer what stores, for instance, what stores does that customer like to shop in? Does that customer like to travel abroad? These are all the things that we will be, discussing, researching as we go through, our primary and our secondary, forms of research. We develop this brief on this customer, and it allows us to just imagine, just to come up with innovative ideas. We sketch. We will, of course, use our other sources. It might be that you are in nature and you're looking at trees or you're looking at flowers or any particular thing. It might be architecture. You're looking at that. All of these things, as we go forth, as we reach out in our study of the product, all involved in research. We will do this to come up with really a final design, a final creation. We compile all this information, and once we do that, as designers, we got the sketch, we have the customer profile, we've researched the fabric, we've looked at silhouettes, we've looked at the latest silo. Is it something that's full? Is it something that's kind of body type, figure shaped? We use all of this information and then we develop that look, that line, that collection. So, and I will say after that's done, it might be, I don't quite have what I want. We will do it all over again. We will go through these processes all over again. We will go back to the drawing board. We will go back again. We might have to revisit archives. We might have to revisit museums. We might have to go back in that secondary aspect and talk to designers. We have to reach out maybe to customers. We'll reach out to stores. We are continually researching. We are continually innovating. We are continually just reaching out for the information, the facts, so that we can end up with our final product, in my case, a garment, a collection, a line. And I will say, after we've reached out, we might do a little hideaway where we can think, where we can put all of this information together, this brief together. Sometimes we will select maybe another designer, maybe another artist, and we just want to kind of bounce ideas off. Again, all a part of the research. So these are just things that I think you should know about because we do research, and this research does provide us with some wonderful and creative things to present to the public. I want to kind of close out by saying for the designers, the merchandisers, those in art, you can utilize some of the different resources and materials that we have. At Woodward Library, we have The View. which is a professional periodical. We have Collezioni, international periodical, and we also have WGSN, which is kind of one of our techno trend forecasting uh, periodicals, more or less, that you could use. Um, Again, I do invite you to join us in March 23rd, 20 through the 27th. And please be a part of the CURC, be a part of the non-STEM discipline, um, whatever your area might be in the discipline. And I thank you all, and I look to see you at CURC.